challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice. Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
The pull and throw off the RPO. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
Quarterbacks love the short passing game early in games because it really helps them get into a rhythm. So nice job by the offensive coordinator giving his quarterback an easy throw, something he can see, and something that he knows he can complete.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. On 3rd and short, they'll ride the running back here. And the defense stands up this offensive line and stuffs him right at the line of scrimmage. He didn't get it. They're in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, and this is why you square your prominent jawline and go straight ahead to get it. Can't get him to the ground. Finding open areas. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground.
There are not a lot of head coaches that I think are willing on their opening drive to go for it on 4th down, especially in that kind of field position. But this head coach ain't scared. And he believes in his running back. He believes in his offensive line to go pick it up, and that's exactly what they did.
And the Ducks have it with a 1st and 10. Goes to the option. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
This offense is perfectly fine with a little game because they're going to make you tackle this all game long. They're going to make you think all game long. So they'll keep running it ad nauseum and just wait for that one opportunity when you don't do your assignment.
After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. They've been running it, but now the pass. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
And they get to the quarterback and get the sack. That's a big emphasis for this defense. They saw a week ago, this offense gave up 3 sacks. They need to get to him early and often and create some indecision. Nice job getting a sack early in this football game.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. Didn't get a ton on the return, but the most important thing, he got the ball, and they've got it at the 48. Grab behind the line. It's Bacon. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. They'll run it from the gun. And he fights his way forward. Gets away from one, but not much doing on that one.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
Right on the money. Turning it on. Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels. Ball spotted at the 27. It's 1st and 10. Quarterback making adjustments. Fires to the right. Holds it in. And the catch and run
it's a very small sample size, and we've got a lot of football to go this year, but what can you say about this offense? How explosive and impressive they look. Top 5 in the nation in scoring, and you can see why. They've got speed and playmakers all over the field.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Bringing it out. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Here they're trying to get to the edge. Look out, he's got room. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
Busting big runs like this is a total team effort. Obviously, the back has to find the hole, but you got to have everybody around them doing their job to make it a good play call.
And everybody around them doesn't just mean the offensive line. The receivers getting their blocks downfield is a big deal, too.
It's a huge deal. We always talk about them catching passes, but blocking is so important for their responsibilities.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Man, how about the timing of the linebacker on the blitz to get in the backfield and get the tackle for loss?
Is there anything better for a linebacker than to run on a blitz and nobody's home except the back?
Such a great feeling when the Moses parts the Red Sea and the hole opens up and you go fill it.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Wants to go up top. Right down the middle. Got his man. Slicing and dicing through this defense, and they've got it down to the 23.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
DB's locked up tight on the receivers. Looking to throw on first down. The throw to the outside is complete.
Nice quick throw there, and it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw, and you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on the field.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Intercepted on first half. Turnover can swing momentum. The sudden change on the turnover, Manning was looking for running room. Couldn't find that, but they'll have it at the 22. First play of the drive comes from the 22. First play of the drive wants to throw. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked one time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
Making side adjustments here. They'll try to get outside. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Offense breaks the huddle. It's 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Bought a little time, lets it go. Firing to the right, complete. Worked his way out to the 28-yard line, but needed a little bit more yardage. 4th down is coming. They've switched into the field, and we're ready to get things started here in the 2nd. The Trojans send out the punt unit. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. example, Jesse, of how things get condensed in the red zone.
Hard to throw when the windows are smaller, and that's what happens down near the goal line, David. For this quarterback here, just take accountability and ownership and come out here and lead your offense.
And move on. Like, we needed points. That's something that we can harp on. We'll watch the tape this week, but now it's time to move on. Let's get another drive going.
They'll try to get the edge with the toss play here. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And you don't always see tosses into the boundary. Most people want to go to the wide side of the field. Defense was ready. Not as much space when you go wide out there, but more importantly, defense doing a great job of winning, setting the edge, running to the football, shutting the toss down.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down.
Timeout, USC.
Trying to pick up a first down. On third and long, trying to convert through the air. Wide open downfield. Speeding down the left side. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Ducks! The extra point here would tie the game.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. Didn't get anything done, 3 and out on their last series. They'll try to find a rhythm. There he goes! And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line. They're not only ready to fight on, they're ready to deliver knockout punches with plays like that.
And they typically are, and it's typically Hollywood scripts, right? Just beautiful playmakers, big bodies, fast bodies. The highlight with famous celebrity quarterbacks. That's just what USC does.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
And the Trojans will hustle to the line. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
Yeah, and that's back-to-back games. This guy's notched a sack. Starting to be a problem. A guy that's diagnosing passes, rushing the passer really, really well. This defense could use this guy's production consistently.
Wants to adjust the pattern. They're throwing for it on fourth down. And they get to him and sack the quarterback, and they'll stop the drive on downs.
He had nowhere to go with the football. Fourth down, you know he wants to make a play. I'd like for him to throw it up, to be honest. Try to give somebody an opportunity to make a play. Who cares if I throw a pick? It's fourth down anyways, but couldn't find anybody to get the ball off. Defense surrounds him, gets him to the ground with the sack.
Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Defense in press coverage. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. Got the quick pass. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 41 after the good game there.
Nice job there. Good timing between the QB and the wide receiver executing that out route.
The Ducks can really attack on this second and short. Back to pass. Trying to set up the screen. Inside the 30. Oh, he's got some space. They drag him down, but not before he's moved the chains, and the screen pass is effective. From the 17-yard line, threatening to score on 1st and 10. From the gun, the ground game. He's stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Going for 6. Touchdown, Oregon! Snagged in the end zone to give them 6.
This coaching staff is trying to identify playmakers on offense early this year. How about the start of the season this guy has had? Scored in their first game. He scored early in this one. Defenses up to this point don't have any answers for this guy.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Looks like he's going to bring it out. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating because you think you might get points, and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complimentary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
Yeah, and I don't know what happened. He didn't look open as...
And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. This one's complete. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this.
He is sacked way behind the line of scrimmage. Just a catastrophic play there. The Trojans will punt this one away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Wants to go up top. Unloads to the wideout. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
Well, the offense is trying to get aggressive. They're trying to hit the corner route, but just better coverage on the back end by the defense, knocking that one away.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab on the left. Still running at the 40. Turning on the Jets. Almost took it all the way, but a huge gain, and he has him set up 1st and goal. And after that pitch and catch, he's already over 200 yards, and we're in the first half, Jesse.
Man, Reese, he's dialed in right now. He's really doing a nice job seeing the field, reading coverages, and finding his open guy.
defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Back to pass. Looking for the goal line. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one.
Well, short completion setting up third down now. Who is your best playmaker that you can target in this area of the field?
Third and goal, and let's see if they can even operate in this noise. Looks as if he's going to run it. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Ducks!
And that's the way you execute on offense, man. You keep your foot on the gas. Try to make this a two-score game. You do with that touchdown. This offense executing beautifully. The defense is going to have to find something in the second half to get some stops.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Wants to go up top on first down. The throw. Makes the catch. It's vacant. They get him down at the 36. It will be a first down. And the Trojans headed quickly to the line. Looking to throw on first down. Starting to feel a little pressure. He's going to take off. Finally forced out of bounds. Maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49.
It's so hard to defend these guys. You know, it's 1st and 10. Everything's available to you. You don't know if it's run or pass. And then you add in the scrambling element with the quarterback. He does a great job scrambling outside, getting outside the pocket. And then at the end of the play, not taking a hit, getting a first down, new set of downs for the offense.
Got to give the defense a lot of credit, man, because they've come into this hostile environment and they've quieted the crowd down with some of the plays they're making. They've got a nice lead right here, and they're making it hard for this quarterback to go to work.
He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
This offense just has to find a way to find a rhythm here. They're playing at home, and they want this crowd to stay involved and be an asset in the game, but they need to start making plays. They can't keep throwing incompletions this early.
Gets it to the 37. Clock stops to move the chains. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Trojans getting set on 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. Soft spot in the middle. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 for the first down. To the air on first down. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. He'll breaks into the open. Inside the 15, out of bounds at the 14-yard line. The offense looking for a score.
And in back-to-back plays, you understand full well why the DC talking to us this week was like, this guy's a handful. Like, he shows the ability to throw the ball, make a big play through the air. Then you're covering the throw game well. What happens? He pulls it down, makes the run. He's showing you a little bit of everything.
Oh, the offense just not able to come up with that. You knew that was going to be a bang-bang play, right? They're taking a shot into the end zone. That's going to have to be a contested catch on the back end, but he wasn't able to come up with it because of the hit.
Absolutely perfect. That cuts into the deficit. It's now 21-10. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Ducks will kick it off to start the second half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments, but they've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman and being physical, having a nasty attitude. Running back, same thing. I think they need more of that in the second half.
You know, and I think if you're this defense, you have an opportunity to make a statement here. Yeah, I know you guys went in at halftime and you riled yourselves up and you told yourself that you think you can run the ball on us. On this very first drive, we're going to prove to you, just like in the first 30 minutes, you cannot.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Oh, they're after him! And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And the defense at this point understands that the offense is going to have to try to throw the football, all right? They already got a lead, so they're now pinning their ears back and getting after this guy, trying to get him to the ground.
And this offense just has to find a way to convert this 3rd down, or else they are really in trouble. Working that left side now. 3rd down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35. And the Trojans are moving quickly down the field.
And it's on 3rd downs like this, if you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. This offense plenty happy enough with the result of that play, so they just let the official put that flag back in his pocket and decline the penalty. So after the flag, a fresh set of downs for the offense. It's 1st and 10. Power football with the run. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Nice job by the defense, seeing the run, pulling the trigger, getting downhill, and stopping the running back for no gain.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Spits it out to the back. Into the house. Touchdown, Trojans!
Love the thought process by the quarterback here on this play. Nobody open in the end zone. Find your check down. Find the running back. He does that, and once this guy's got the ball in his hands, he shows you that elusiveness and his ability to sniff out the end zone.
Looking to buy time. And good coverage and better hands on that shot to the end zone.
Is no good. That keeps the score. Oregon 21, USC 16.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them.
To kick it off.
On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They'll leave it with him. They'll knock him down after a pickup of 1 to the 18.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the 1st down.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
This game just feels so different than it did in the first half. After that incompletion, now setting up 4th down, they only have a 1-possession lead. Things were looking so much better earlier in the game. They're going to have to get it together throwing the football if they want to win this game.
The kick is on its way. Coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. This is a game of swings and momentum and a great opportunity here after scoring on the last drive, getting a stop, and now you have the football back.
They're playing well right now in all three phases, and they're complementing each other. So now, David, it's up to the offense here. It's up to this quarterback to lead this offense down the field to get a score.
Yeah, and just stay aggressive. To understand we've had success, we got this going the right way. Now I don't need to change anything. Go back to your go-to plays. That's now got you some momentum back in your favor.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Trojans are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on 3rd down.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
And the offense stays on the field on 4th and 1. I'm not sure they're just trying to make the defense jump. I believe they think they can get it. Might be calling a hot route. On 4th down, going to the air. Intercepted, and that is the last thing they needed. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
And that is such a veteran play by that defender. In cover 0, he knows the quarterback's going to have to get rid of the football quickly, so he's getting ready to jump anything that's going to be underneath. He does just that. Great job with the speed. Nice job reeling it in for the INT.
Creates a little room. Turning it on! And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So then getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
Oh, and he's going backwards. Defense not fooled at all by the Wildcat.
That's a backbreaker if you're the offensive coordinator, because on the first down, you ran the ball, had a really nice gain. Short yardage situation, you just get completely blown up, and now you're having to probably dial up the throw on 3rd down. You need more consistency from the guys up front.
Swings it out to the flat. Plows through the defense. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36.
Nice poise by the quarterback. Here's a big 3rd down throw, and you want to push the ball vertically down the field, but if the defense takes it all away, check the ball down. Get it to your running back and let him go do the work and move the sticks for it.
It's complete to the right.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
And the Ducks in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Gets the back moving. Back to pass on 2nd down. Flips it out to the back. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. They built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy, when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
Great play by the defense there, getting the tackle for loss. But on offense, your mindset has to be, we need to be the more physical team here in the 2nd half. We've got the lead, 3rd quarter. We want to run the ball. We've got to have more success getting our blocks and moving forward if we're going to win this game.
Period, and Oregon has the lead. 3 quarters are in the books. Time becomes a factor both in trying to hold the lead or cut into it as we take a look at the stats. After swapping ends of the field, they gave him a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on third down. Under fire. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And sometimes you see great shooters, and they get on fire, and they just can't miss. And that's what this QB looks like the last couple weeks. I mean, just completion percentage through the roof, running the offense at an elite level. You can tell in complete control of this offense.
Nestled just inside that right upright. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, let's get you up to speed on what's going down in this fun college football game today. Southern Miss is having its way offensively, just marching up and down that field at a breathtaking pace. They're up by 37 over Appalachian State. Anything can happen down the stretch here in the Sun Belt. It's why we're here to keep you posted, fellas.
Thanks for the update on that one. Oh, he wants it all. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
And this is going to fall on the quarterback's shoulders here in the fourth quarter. You're trailing. It's a close game. You are going to have to complete some balls. You're going to have to make some big-time throws in small windows under duress if you're going to bring your team back and will them to victory. Incomplete there, obviously, but expect them to continue to throw it. This quarterback better dial in.
Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Off the RPO, complete. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36.
And his offense is going to have to come up clutch, man. Like late in the football game, you are trailing. This is why you get paid the big bucks. This is why the quarterback is the glamour position. Like, you've got to trust.
Oh, my goodness, he's still moving. And he was on his way, and they get him down at the 30.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws, just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Man, on those screen passes, I want those defensive linemen to run right up the field, and I want to throw it right over their head where I got some space and I can get my running back going. That is the opposite of what happened right there. There was no space. He couldn't even get going.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
Wants to throw again. Makes the grab. It's Bacon. They've got enough for the first down, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Pulls and fires complete. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score.
QBs, when they see these zone coverages, man, some of them panic. Some of them throw it too quickly and can make bad decisions. I like how he waited a little bit, waited for the right window, the right opportunity. There's always going to be holes in zones. I just got to be a little bit patient.
Touchdown, Trojan. All that baby in and then stroll it into the end zone for the score. A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target and make the big play, get the touchdown.
Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection.
That keeps the score. Oregon 24, USC 22.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. On the move from inside his 5. Makes a move. Out of the... Oh, what vision. Wide open, and it's a foot race. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. That dude ought to have a lethal sticker on his helmet. Anytime he touches it, it can be a score. He touched it, and it was.
No doubt. Unbelievable speed. And if you're back deep for a kickoff, obviously you've got those wheels. But to be able to get through, and then guess what? No flags. You know it's going to count. Great job by the special teams being special.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot. And now let's see if they can pull this one out. Finds a man in the middle. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. The give to the back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Finds his tight end. Across the 45. Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40.
And this defense has really done a good job containing this superstar quarterback. But now it's the big-time moment. In the fourth quarter, you know the ball's going to be in his hands. Got to get to him. Got to ruffle his feathers, hit him a few times, make him feel uncomfortable.
Wants to throw on first down. Hauls it in. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
Going to swing it on second down. Caught over the middle. It's Bacon. Down to the 30-yard line where he stopped after a gain of 5, and that will be a first down. Looking to throw on first down. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Yeah, I think you know the situation as a defender, and you know you're up by a score, and you know exactly what's going on with the offense. They got to make some big plays here in the fourth quarter. Nice job playing the deep ball, staying deep.
And he'll hold it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Southern Cal!
That is such a great job by the offense, putting together a touchdown drive when they needed it most. Not a lot of time left to go, but if their defense can get them the ball back, they've got an opportunity to kick a field goal and walk out of here with the win.
And they add the extra point to finish the drive. Now to make sure this kickoff team covers properly to pay off that last scoring drive. He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
Offense has it at the 28 on first down. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. Got to believe they just want to run it, take care of the football, and keep that clock moving on 2nd and 9. Unloads to the right. Complete on the comeback. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but not before yet another big play in this passing attack.
This is so interesting right now watching this offense stay aggressive. They've got the lead in the fourth quarter, and you're thinking at home, we got to just run the ball and try to bleed the clock. They found something on defense they're taking advantage of. 2 straight completions. I won't be surprised if they throw it again.
Yeah, it's make or break time for this defense now. They got to get a stop, and if that's bringing more bodies in, bringing more beef in, They're running the football right up the gut, right at you. They're not going to throw the football in this situation. Time to be more physical and get this big stop.
The Ducks will snap it on 1st and 10. Motion from the wideout. Quick touch pass to the receiver. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Last play didn't go well. It leaves them with 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Big 3rd down as the crowd gets behind this defense. Here's the snap, looking to throw. On the move, he fires. He makes a catch. He's got enough for the 1st down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here.
One of the things I love about this running back, he can run a lot of different types of routes. I like the job on the angle route there, putting his foot in the ground, crossing the defender's face, and making it an easy pitch and catch for the QB.
The Ducks enter the final minute of play, trying to run out the clock. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And that's a great job by the defense, understanding exactly the situation, understanding to stay home, play sound, no matter who gets the football. We're going to run to the football hard. We're going to cage the football, be disciplined. Nice job by the defense.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. Timeout is called by the defense. A mere 21 seconds to go here. Turn to the Wildcat to keep this drive alive. Direct snap. And he gets it into the end zone for a touchdown, a gut punch to this defense, and probably a knockout punch.
This running back was not going to be denied. Nice blocking up front to create a hole for this running back, and he was able to take advantage.
Play the analytics here, and you go for 2. On the snap, it's Silver. He's in there for the deuce, and they extend the lead to 10. They go 83 yards on the drive. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34. And the Trojans with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Still firing away as they'll go down swinging. Swings it out to his running back. That will be the final play as they make the stop, and the clock has expired here. much fun was that? I mean, you just dream of having games like that every time you go into the booth. I'll watch those two teams play anytime.
Yeah, that's what's fun about good teams. Really good teams squaring off. Like, there wasn't a lot of difference between these two squads. We could watch these every week. Love calling these games because they're competitive. Great talent on the field. Palmer, unfortunately, somebody had to lose.
Yeah, and the higher-ranked team was ranked higher for a reason. At the end of the day, when it came down to it, they made the biggest plays in the most critical moments. Both of these teams have tremendous playmakers, and they're both going to make a lot of noise late in the college football season, but give the higher-ranked team tons of credit. They earned this one.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.